No person gets pregnant on accident. No woman brings a baby to term by accident. It's choice. And I'm sick and tired of this narrative that we need to give women a pass because they exercise their right to have kids. No, they don't get a pass. They need to be held accountable. See, having a kid is a life-altering choice. What up, YouTube? This is Daniel Rucker with True Table. Welcome to the table. You guys already know what I do on this channel. When I jump on the camera, I get in the kitchen, I get cooking. Today's no different. We're going to go ahead and revisit one of you guys' favorite topics. That's right, single mothers. Why do I continue to repeat myself about this particular topic? Why, you say? Because you guys want to hear about it. So I'm going to be that guy. It's totally okay. But if you have not already done so, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe, so we can get into the show. Some may ask, Daniel, why are you so passionate about this particular topic? Why is it that you can have so much energy, so much vigor, so much focus in reference to this topic? Single mothers, why you hate them so much? What's your beef with them really? Did they hurt you? Are you offended? No. What it is that, see, single mothers, depending on how she became a single mother, depending on how she ended up in that situation, determines how her life should be lived from that point on. See, some may tell you that a single mother is a woman that needs to be treated with the same amount of respect, same amount of care. I would disagree. I would say that woman, and I've said it before in other videos, has to work harder. I would say that woman has to present herself in even a better light than someone who's not living a lifestyle with what responsibility she has. Now, that's not fair. All she did was have a kid. You know what happens. Then it don't work out. No, F that. Why should a woman be eliminated from her responsibility of the choice she made? No person gets pregnant on accident. No woman brings a baby to term by accident. It's choice. And I'm sick and tired of this narrative that we need to give women a pass because they exercise their right to have kids. No, they don't get a pass. They need to be held accountable. See, having a kid is a life-altering choice. Life-altering. There are certain things that you can do that won't necessarily alter your life. You can drink a beer, may not alter your life. You can take on a certain job, may not alter your life. You may even get a tattoo, may not alter your life. But bringing another person into this world alters your life for life. Why should you as a woman still have the same range, freedoms, and abilities to live when you decided to have a child and not stay with that child's father? See, that's the key. It's not so much having a kid. It's why did you have the kid? And why did that kid's father no longer become a standard or quality to stick with? He was good enough for you to have a baby with, but he wasn't good enough for you to be in a relationship with? Why? And I'll tell you why it disgusts me. I'll tell you why it irritates me and why I will continue to go hard for this and stand for my men in the battle, because it makes no sense. It is selfish for a woman to bring a child into this world and have the audacity to now raise her standard. You know what I mean? When she all of a sudden thinks that because she is now having a kid or has had that kid, that now having that kid means she's a different woman. No, you still the same slut that you were a year ago, 2 years ago. You still the basic chick you were 5 years ago. You have not changed, but your ovaries work. Your productive system, reproductive system functions. That doesn't give you the right, sweetie, to now level up That doesn't give you the right to pick different. That doesn't give you the right to now have the nerve to say, well, I can no longer have a casual dating practice. I can no longer play around. I need to take someone serious. Someone needs to take me serious because I had a kid. But you had that man's kid. So if you want all of that, go over there and establish those things. But see, that's my problem. See, they don't want to do that, fellas. And for the ladies who listening, y'all don't want to do that. What you want to do is you now want to take your feelings and you want to elevate them. You want to make them more premium. You want to make your lackluster, your immature self level up to now go out into the dating market and find a quality man that is going to love and respect you so much that he's going to take on your kid as an addition. No, that's not how it works. And that is why this whole notion behind women shouldn't be judged and held accountable. F that. Yes, they should. Single women, single mothers should be picking men that quite honestly are subpar in most cases. Why should you be allowed to live a different lifestyle with a bad choice that you made? I am not talking about them women who necessarily did it right. Got married, had a kid, something occurred, but something doesn't quite often occur. What I mean by something quite often occur, natural disasters don't usually happen to separate you from your man. No, you choose. And see, that is where I have to park for the duration of this broadcast. Women are not often held accountable for their choices. They get scapegoats. They get passes. They get forgiven. They get redos. No, you don't get redos. And men need to start holding you accountable for the very fact that when you have a man's kid and you decide to not be with that man, that again is the key. You don't no longer want to be with that man. Woman, you need to understand all of what you were requesting and asking for the world. You were asking the employer to accommodate your lack of babysitter. You are asking for your family to now kick in more effort, more time, more resources. You are now asking for taxpayers to potentially invest more into the economical stratosphere for you to be able to feed your child. All because your feelings matter that much. That you are so selfish that you want for your happiness to be prioritized over everything. No, it doesn't work that way. See, what I believe should happen is that if you decide to have a kid with a man that ain't worth nothing, then you stick it out for the 18 years that's necessary, and you put that child in a position to stand on their own and be independent, and then you can decide to be selfish. Then you can decide to now think about you. Then you can decide to take on this mindset that life is supposed to reward you for existing. No, nowhere prior. Why should you be allowed to have a kid, decide not to be with the father, and then take your kid and then take yourself into a new man's life potentially and request, ask, and demand not standard treatment, superior treatment? Because I've never met a single mother who does not demand that you treat me adequately because I'm a mother. You treat me adequately because I'm a mother, and I need to vet you differently because, see, I got a kid to consider now. So now I have to make sure that you're not only a good guy, but you're a great guy. That you're not only a great guy, but you're an amazing guy. That you're not only an amazing guy, but you're an exceptional guy. Because why? Because my kid that I had is so special and so unique and so cute that I need to raise the standard for any man that I'm going to allow to be with me. Heck no. That's not happening on my watch. You heifers got it twisted. You decided to have a baby with a man that wasn't worth anything. Well, then you need to stay at that standard of the man that you produced the life with or below. Or don't date, period. Don't even consider it. The moment that that doctor comes and places that child in your arms when you're looking down at the kid, when you're saying goo, ooh, and gaga and all that crap, and you're like, in love, you should have that thought. You should have that inkling to understand my life is over. I no longer am going to have fun. I'm no longer going to be able to sleep as long as I may want to. I'm no longer going to be able to just move about the world as I see fit. It is no longer about me. That's reality, ladies. That's what it is. And the only way that I believe women are going to get it is if more men start vetting women, but vetting them to understand, check it. If I choose to deal with you as a single mother, you have to come correct. You have to perform. And you have to perform better than all the women out there who don't have kids. If we're going to move forward and we're going to have a progressive society, then what we need to do is we need to start educating our young ladies on the very positions that they could potentially end up with the choices that they make. It is so daunting. It is so frustrating that as a man, when you're having conversations with women and you try to lay the scales and you try to present your position, your point of view, observe reality, that all it takes is for them to experience one indifference or one difference or one incident that may just not be quite the same way you're framing your argument. And that's all they need. That's all she wrote. I just had a conversation with two of the most important women in my life the other day. They will remain unnamed, but they're very important people. In both of them, when I spun the argument that when a man is considering pursuing a woman, when he's considering being in a relationship with a woman, his first natural thought is not to be looking for a woman who is aged, who is seasoned, who is of older age. That's most men. And both of them argued from the standpoint that if they were given the opportunity, if they were to choose to go out in the dating market right now, that neither one of them would struggle to have somebody show up and want to marry them. These are not young women I'm referring to. One is a senior citizen. The other one is in her 30s. Now, here's a man telling you that in most cases, most men would not be pursuing you at the rate that you're trying to frame it and assume. And that's my point. The whole situation around kids and single mothers and dating and whatnot has so much more to do with what happens after the fact. See, it needs to be understood, just like it's understood as a man. If I commit crimes, I could potentially go to jail. If I make bad choices, those choices may limit my progress in life. The same needs to be exercised and indoctrinated with women who are deciding to not only have kids, but then not stay with the fathers that they have these kids with. It's not a problem to have kids, ladies. It's a problem to have kids outside of structure. So that is what I want to talk about today. Go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not already done so. Go ahead. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm going to continue to bring this content. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Until next time, be easy.